Hello, this is Demon Phoenix with a quick video about Classic mode on Dead Space 3. Classic mode is the difficulty being set to hard. There's no co-op available and you cannot collect any weapon parts or build any weapons. You can only build the ones from the blueprints that are the classic weapons like the Javelin Gun, the contact beam and others like that. You also can't get 100% as you can see here because you can't collect some of the collectibles that are normally in the co-op mission. So that's a bit of an oversight. The maximum you can get is 97.1%. When you complete Classic, it unlocks the Devil Horns, which are the Dead Space 3 version of the hand cannon. It's extremely overpowered, and you can only use that in normal playthrough or in your Classic saves, so you can't use it on pure survival mode or hardcore mode unless you cheat. One of the things that you can get is you can use your Planet Cracker if you have a Dead Space 2 save, or any downloadable content guns that you've bought, which can make it a little easier if you're that way inclined. I used the Planet Cracker and it was useful. It's not a massive difference, the Planet Cracker over the regular one. It's just a little more powerful, a little slower firing. One of the things about Classic mode is because you have limited weapons that you can choose from, is to make sure that you find whichever weapon you're most comfortable with and to upgrade it accordingly. The Mega Resource Deposit from Pure Survival helps a lot, so if you complete that first, it does make a big difference because it'll give you enough resources to either craft a weapon at the first bench if you want to use one, like I prefer the Javelin Gun, or to make some circuits to upgrade your your Planet Cracker or your normal plasma cutter, which is also very effective. You can also just use the upgrades to upgrade things like your stasis or your rig if you want to just use the upgrades for that instead. On my Classic playthrough I used the Javelin Gun and I built it at the first bench using the Mega Resources Deposit. And I put a +2 reload, +2 clip circuit and a +2 rate of fire, +2 clip circuit on it, which increases the Javelin Gun so that it's 8 shots instead of 5. The main thing about the Javelin Gun is the electrocution module is extremely good in Dead Space 3. The electricity can't hurt yourself, so you can shoot a javelin at your feet and use it to kill feeders, which are extremely difficult on this mode otherwise. And in general, the electrocution module is just really good. One of the other things that you can do is if you're using the Ripper, just be aware that it doesn't have the stopping power that it did on Dead Space 3, but because you've got the two separate tools you can fire them at once now. So if you have a Ripper blade out, you can still use the secondary fire, and that's really the only way to use it because it's very difficult to use otherwise. The other weapons like the contact beam and things can be quite useful, but more towards the end of the game when you've got a few more circuits to upgrade them with. They're difficult to use as they are. Because you can't use the weapon parts that you get from the Ultra Pack or the Epic Pack, I would just recommend using the any ration seals you get. As soon as you get 10, just buy another resource pack because that's all that you can really use them for, and you actually work out getting more resources from buying 3 of those normal resource packs than you do from the Ultra Pack, so there's no point saving them up, just buy the resource pack. Lastly, if you use the Planet Cracker, you can put the regular plasma cutter in your safe and dismantle it to get an extra plasma core. It means that you can reduce the amount that the force gun takes to the amount of resources the force gun or the contact beam takes to build, because they have a spare plasma core there. So you see that I dismantled it and the force gun's cost goes down dramatically. Right, thank you very much. The next video will be hardcore mode and some tips for that. Thank you.